later in life. So grand rising, everybody. Thank you for being here this morning, this awesome Saturday. Again, as you guys know, I'm always grateful to life, God, our creator, and our ancestors for creating these awesome opportunities for us to be able to get together, to build together, to learn together. Today is going to be an awesome workshop. We're talking about crypto. We're talking about an amazing platform called Novatech. We're talking crypto security. We have some awesome people on the line with us who are going to walk us through. For those, a lot of you guys here are already OFC members, so I'm glad to see you guys. But just always just to introduce the OFC for those who might not know or who might be watching this video after the fact. So I'm Farrell Hyman Freeman. I am the founder and director of the OFC. OFC stands for One Full Circle. We are the Melanated Community Resource Hub and Network. Our focus is really to bridge and to be of service to the community. So we are the #1 community resource. You could come to the OFC for everything. Our slogan is think of us first for all your community and your business needs. As people come to us for different products and services, we refer them to the businesses and the organizations that are within the community. We let everybody know that our whole purpose is to really build a solid economic foundation for our future generation. So anybody who resonates with that vision, anybody who wants to take part and be a part of this community, to build these bonds with each other, you guys are always welcome to be members, to come find out more about the OFC, to potentially become members. Check out our website, that's ofccommunity.com. So with that, again, as you guys know, seeing our objective as a community organization is to build solid economic foundations. We always have to explore various tools that we can use to build wealth, to build generational wealth. And crypto, as you guys know, is the future. Digital currency is the future, and being able to get involved in a safe way is really what we're trying to do and what we're trying to create for you all as members of the community. So with no further ado, I'd like to introduce Fred and Janet, who are going to be our host for today, and they will introduce their guests who are going to be educating us this morning. And again, I thank you all for being present with us today. Fred, Janet, the floor is yours.
And we finally have good communication. We can hear you loud and clear, and hope you can hear. I tell you something about technology.
Good morning. Awesome. And actually, sorry, before you cut, I see a hand already raised. Sandra, did you have a question already?
England. I have my friend Sandra calling in from the UK.
Okay, so maybe that's her on there right now. Maybe her hand is just up to give us a...
It's going to be a very special welcome to Sandra.
Yeah, okay. All right, so Janet, the floor is yours. You could go ahead.
Pardon? Okay, good.
Yeah, Janet, check your WhatsApp, please.
Okay. I will. Check.
And well, while Janet's setting up, I also encourage, as we're here to build and to connect with each other, I always encourage that you guys share your contact information, let people know who you are, what you do. There's always an opportunity to be able to connect. You never know who's here, so please do not hesitate to share your contact information for future reference. And again, Sandra, if there is a question, you guys feel free to pop things into the chat. I will do my best to try to manage the chat while the presentation is going on. All right.
Just before I start, Farrell, just very quickly, are you recording the
yes,
presentation?
I am.
Okay, and just during the time when our guest speaker speaks, could you just exit the recording and then restart? Okay.
No problem.
Just as a courtesy to her. Thank you. So okay. This morning, I would like to say, finally, thank you. And Farrell, one of the best things we have done is to join and link with you with the program with OFC. It has been good for our business, and we're really looking forward to coming to Montreal and really meeting some of the people we talk to every single Tuesday. I also want to say a very special thank you to our guest who's going to share her insights with a fantastic company called Novatech. And we'll introduce her in just a minute. I'm going to ask you, Frederick, to do that.
Okay.
But we're also looking forward to working with Matthew, because the whole world about crypto. Now, I think I'm pretty educated, but I'm sure I'm going to be learning how to have my own wallets and some things that everyone who is interested in anything crypto should be aware of. And today I want to especially give thanks for a company that's called Novatech. And as I said, that's what we're going to be sharing about. So if you're not living under a rock, you've heard what's happening in the economy. You've heard the predictions for 2023, right? If you're if you have investments, mutual funds, your RSP, any other investments, you're hearing about the value that some of them are losing. When my girlfriend from Florida told me she lost 100,000 from her 401k, I said, damn, I don't even have 100,000 in my investments to lose, you know? Another thing that's happening in the news is a few companies. This is just a few of the hundreds of companies that are laying off thousands of people. Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Google, Binance, Twitter, Carvana, Morgan Stanley, AMC. You just have to Google and see how many companies are people, hundreds of people are being laid off. My sister lives in France and we've been talking to her about what's happening there. Over 1 million people in France. And guess what? They're worried because they're raising the age of retirement to 67 instead of 65. That's why I like the French. They're always protesting and they're usually effective. In the States, it's already the age 70 and nobody complains, right? I don't even know what it is in Canada. But guess what?
Unbelievable. Could you mute your mic, Sandra? Could you please mute your microphone?
You can tell both managers. This is make 8 changes. Burnley playing 7.
Can you mute her?
It's not, because there's still talented players that are on the pitch.
So what? Hello? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm trying to do it.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that.
Okay, I know some people just are not cognizant. So the whole thing is, with all the news and the bad news, etc., we are not worried.
Not worried
As a
at all.
matter of fact, this is one of the most optimistic times for me, for us, I should say, because you know what? We're invested in Novatech. And the thing is, we have to do our own due diligence. We have to create our own realities. And Novatech is a company that is really honestly changing lives. And now I'm going to ask Frederick to introduce Heather. And Farah, if you could remember to just not record, and we'll take it from there.
Perfect. Let me pause right now.
Let me know when you're ready.
So, okay, so folks, you've heard from Heather, and as I say, the folks who are at the top of the chain in Novatech, they do meetings, they're always willing to help. But Farah, we do have, what time is it? Do we have a couple more minutes before
28.
Of course, yeah, we're good. We're until 12:30.
before Matthew? Let me know when it's time for Matthew, okay? So are we screen sharing? I just want to screen share quickly.
Yeah, you could go ahead.
Okay, Frederick.
Okay, how do I do that? I click on this green button here.
Don't mess anything up.
No, he has to let me in. It says the host disabled participants.
Okay, he's gonna do it now.
Oh, whoops.
Okay.
Okay.
And find the calculator.
Go ahead.
Okay, good. So she talked about quite a few things. So we're going to just rush through a presentation and just highlight some of the things that we always should do when talking about Novatech. So there's an earnings disclaimer, and it basically says, could you read it?
Yeah, let me just read that, because
Quickly.
I'm a better reader than you are. The use of our information, products, and services should be based on your own due diligence and you agree. It's cut off somewhere. And hold on,
And you
folks.
agree
Let me
that-
extend. Yeah, let me extend it. Yeah, that's much better. And you agree that the company is not liable for any success or failure of your business that is directly or indirectly related to the purchase and use of our information, products, and services reviewed or advertised. All information contained herein should be independently verified and confirmed. We do not accept any liability for any loss or damage whatsoever caused in the reliance upon such information or services. Please be aware that the risks involved with any trading done in any financial market. Do not trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. Trading cryptocurrency, also called digital or virtual currencies, crypto assets, altcoins, and so on, as well as Forex, involves substantial risk or loss and is not suitable for everyone. All users must be 18 years of age and over.
Okay. Great.
Okay, and so that is just a general disclaimer for anyone.
Keep it one.
Go ahead.
And here's, you can see the picture of
Can
the,
anybody see the pictures here?
No, you're not sharing yet.
it's not, you're not screen sharing?
We're not seeing your screen now.
No? Okay.
Oh,
great. So I'm
okay,
seeing
hold on, folks. Share the screen again.
Yeah, you
Okay.
should be. Go ahead.
That one there and share. So it was being shared all the time. That's what it was. Okay, so you can see the screen now, right?
It's coming. Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
But
okay,
maybe full screen it? Because right now
Yeah,
you're seeing a little
Let me
square.
you do that.
okay. Is that good?
That is great.
Okay, great. So those are the owners and she talked about them already, so we can just move on.
All right.
And
Who we are.
she talked about Novatech, who they are, and the fact that they do
Sorry.
have- Hello, yes?
I'd like to write down their names.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, let me go back up.
Thank you.
Sure. And this is being recorded, so you will get it later, correct,
Okay.
Carol?
Yes, they will.
Okay, good. And
Can I move on now?
Okay, sure, sorry.
Okay. All right.
so combined, they have over 40 years of experience with trading
In blockchain.
crypto, blockchain technologies, etc. What I liked when I listened to her story is that they have been through the schools of hard knocks themselves. They have been in companies that have failed, where they have been taken for a ride like we have been. And so she wanted to start this company where she can work with people who are in need.
Top, correct? Next.
Next.
1 minute. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Okay, next one. So what really do they do? They're registered MetaTrader broker operating their own trading platform, and they have a very large liquidity pool, which they never use 100% of. Okay, so on the platform, you can actually Google and register, and you can trade Forex, you can trade crypto using their platform if you're a trader yourself. But what most people, including ourselves, are interested in is the PAM account, which really stands for the percentage allocation management module. Okay, and they on that platform, the funds are pooled, so it's like putting your money in a bank, and they use the money to make money. In this case, Novatech pools the money that's being invested, and every single Friday they pay you a return on your investment. And since they've started in June 2019, they have been averaging about 3%. Okay, on average.
Hold on, my audio. Hello? Can
Hello?
anyone hear us?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
here, we hear you.
Yep, we're hearing you loud and clear.
Oh, no. Hello?
Yeah, we're hearing you,
what did you do?
I don't know. It just stopped.
but we're hearing
I
you.
don't know what's happening here.
We're gonna stop and let Matthew go.
Yeah.
We're hearing you guys, eh?
We're talking and then I just froze on me.
Okay, keep the next one. Go to the next slide.
They can't see it.
They can't see the slide.
No,
Come
no.
out and go back in.
That's what I'm trying to do. My whole computer's frozen.
Okay, well, what we could do, while we're rebooting on Janet's side. Sorry about that, guys. Maybe we could just pause for a moment and have Matthew come in and introduce himself. Oh wow, took them out and everything. Interesting. Matt, are you okay to step in while we're checking their technicals?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, oh wait, hold on, are they coming back in? Sorry about that. Yeah, okay, Matt, you can introduce yourself. I'm gonna call them on the other line, see what's happening.
Okay. So hi everyone. My name is Matthew Stanislaus, and I'm a crypto mentor. I've been in crypto for about roughly 3 years, and I'm eager to share with you today extra security, extra safety precautions in order for you to secure your crypto assets. So today we will be discussing the importance of crypto exchange as well as extra safety measures to better secure your crypto asset. So I actually have a PowerPoint, but I think Janet is back, Fred is back, so they can continue for now.
Oh.
Michael.
Sorry, Matt,
Yeah.
were you just saying something? Sorry, but I was talking to China. Do you need to,
Probably hear you, but.
yeah, I think, okay, so everybody's on. Janet, you guys are hearing me on the screen and seeing us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so you guys are back.
Okay, so you want
Oh,
us to continue?
where did we stop? Could you?
Okay, I'll just continue.
we-
They were hearing everything, so we'll just.
Yeah, there was no break on our end. It was just on
Good
your
thing-
end.
Oh, okay, because we,
Good thing
okay,
I didn't swear. Next.
okay,
so
all
we
right.
did
So
talk
we were
about the
talking about
power
what we
counts.
do.
Yeah, okay, so hold on, I give you guys authorization to share again.
Okay.
All right, you guys should be good to go.
Okay,
Mhm.
let me share that screen. There you go. You got it now?
Yeah, it's coming up. It's all right, guys, it happens, life happens. Okay, there we go. We're seeing
Okay.
you guys.
So we won't talk about Forex trading because that Matthew will tell us more about that, okay? But within the PAM account,
But you could full screen, can you still full screen? Okay, perfect, go ahead.
sure. Within the PAM account, I'd just like to highlight some of the things why we like Novatech. All right, now you do not need any experience, and that is because they actually they train, and they have a pool of traders that they watch and they can control. So we won't have rogue traders who can just do anything, okay? They're never 100% invested all their money. They use about 25 to 30% of the income and to trade. And they pay out not from new people coming in to invest so that they can pay those profits. They're strictly profit-based, and that's where the funds come from.
And they also
Right.
own their own
MetaTrader platform, which I had mentioned just before we went off air. It's fully automated. That means we have what you see when you're in Novatech. Your funds are not on the platform that you see. The funds are protected, just like in a bank, right? There's an online support portal, and also when you join Novatech, you're not obligated to a contract. You can cancel at any time. You can upgrade your account at any time. You can compound at any time. Okay. And you withdraw on a weekly basis. Now, once your funds are invested, the first 2 weeks, the first 14 days, you put your funds in Novatech, you open an account and you say, oh my goodness, I made a mistake. Something has come up, I need my money. No problem. You can withdraw your funds 100%, no fees during the first 2 weeks. After the first 2 weeks, you basically have 90 days that you're required to leave your funds in without making a withdrawal. Not that you can't, but you will be dinged at 15%.
Yeah,
Fee.
right.
Right?
That is from day 15 to day 90.
To day 90. After day 90, you can withdraw at any time. If you're withdrawing from your principal account, because you basically will have 2 accounts, your principal account will take 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks, and your bonus account, where the return on investment is paid, you can take that out 24 to 48 hours. That's the time.
Right. Let me
Okay.
clarify that 2 weeks. It's 14 days, 14 business days.
Yeah.
Which works out to about 21 days.
Okay.
Right. 21 regular days.
Great. Okay. So as we said, you do not need live trading experience and you can do this on any platform. Next. Once you're in Novatech and you're in your back office, you're going to be able to track exactly how much money they made, how much they traded, what they made for that week. So this week, yesterday, Friday, they earned 3.15.
I think it's 3.13.
3 point something percent. Okay, so And you see that an email is sent to your, an email with what you earned is sent to
To the
your
e-
email.
To the email that you registered with.
And that happens every single Friday, okay? Now, the difference with Novatech and so many of the other companies out there is because you always, as I said before, have access to your capital. And if you made a certain amount, they don't cap you. They don't say, okay, you've earned this much and you can't make any more this year or this month. And it does not expire, okay? And there are no withdrawal limits. So many companies out there, you want to take out all your money and you can't. With Novatech, if something came up and you needed to take all your funds, you can do that. And then, of course, your account will be closed.
Even if your
Okay.
grandmother were to die 3 times.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this is what is interesting because they have made it so simple. The goal was that no one who was interested in investing would be denied the opportunity to join Novatech. So the packages actually start at $99. And most people in South America, in Africa, in
Certain parts
of the Caribbean,
and parts of Europe.
they
as
start with the first account, which is called a builder. And it's called a builder because they don't actually start paying a return on investment till you have $500 invested. So the second pack is a bronze. And that's what I say to people that we introduce. Start with 500 because the second month, Novatech takes a fee from every account of $25 to help manage the account. Okay. And within that $25, that will happen until you reach the 25,000, which you'll see in a minute. So the silver, you can start, if you start with 2,500 to 4,000 to call it 5,000, then you're starting with the silver package, and the gold package you can see goes up to 10,000 or 999, and over 10,000 is the platinum. Okay. The sweet spot is 25,000 because at this level, you're a VIP and the $25 is no longer required. It includes all benefits and you get a 1% cash back on your rewards, meaning every time you made a commission, they give you an additional 1%. And finally, and then I'm going to turn it over to Matthew just after we look at our compound calculator. The President's Club, which is where, Frederick, this is where we want to be.
That's where I'm heading to.
We're about, I don't know how far, but not even a quarter of the way here yet, but this is where we want to go. Because when you have $100,000 invested in Novatech, and guess what? My doctor has this, all right? You get a 2.5% cash back, and you also get a bonus gift card. And of course, there are no monthly fees. So that basically is the story of Novatech. This is an intro. We can't go into the 100% details. The affiliate program, if you have interest, you can always call and let us know. All right. Pharaoh, do you want to share very briefly your involvement, like Heather did, with Novatech? Do you want to just give a testimonial briefly?
Oh, sure. Well, basically in our case, so we got involved. It seemed like a really good initiative and good opportunity for the community. And like for those who really know me, before I feel comfortable about sharing anything with the UFC community, I like to also, take part in myself just to be able to, speak from firsthand experience. And it has been an exceptional opportunity. We have the way we have set it up because we did it with the community in mind. So we registered ourselves with the idea to be able to grow this, to be able to create more revenue for the OFC community in itself. And like I have not a lot of time and absolutely no experience in crypto. My first encounter and coming to understanding crypto was actually through Matthew. We had an awesome workshop where he taught me a lot of the basics, and then coming to understand the Novatech platform, it gave me that peace of mind knowing that I could actually invest and it'll just do its own thing. It's almost like the mutual funds of crypto is how I kind of interpreted it in my head. And so far so good. Despite the ups and downs in the market, there's been a constant growth. Every week we do get an email to say that the funds there's been an additional deposit made in the account. So it's great to be able to have this this opportunity. And before we switch over to Matthew, I'd like to give the open the floor for any questions. If there's anything you guys have heard that you'd like to clarify. Yep.
Just before that, the last thing we want to wrap up with is a calculator. And
Okay.
if folks go, when we're done on your computer, it's called the calculator site. And you will get this. It's not endorsed by Novatech, but this is what keeps us up at night and it keeps us motivated because it just simply shows you the power of compounding.
And please
So-
don't try it at night. You won't sleep. Okay.
So
You wanna
Frederick,
try.
let's say you invested $2,000.
Okay.
Okay, we're just gonna do something just to show you very quickly.
$2,000.
Your funds in Novatech doubles just about 7 months.
Yeah.
In 7 months, it
Is my
doubles.
screen still shared?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
assume yes.
Right, yeah, my screen is still shared, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's $2,000 and the average payout when it works out, it's about 3% per week. So we put 3% in there and we'll change this to weekly. And how long you want to go for?
Just 1 year.
1 year? Okay, so it's 1 year. And as Janet said, the company takes
Withdraw.
they withdraw a $25 monthly fee. That does not come out of your pocket, it comes out of your earnings. So we put $25 in there. And then I will calculate it just to show you what happens without $1,000 in 1 year, 2,000 rather. If you look at the bottom there, it says you would have earned $6,327.79. If you add your 2,000, your total investment now is $8,027.79. Now, if you go down to the bottom, I'm going to scroll all the way down. It's going to show you what you would have been earning every month. On the first month, you would have earned $260. It goes to $550, $875, $1,239, etc. All the way. It's the power of compound interest
Right.
that we're showing here. And that's why this is so powerful. This is exactly what the banks do. This is what the credit cards company do to you. The only difference is that they're gaining on you and you're paying them every month.
And so just to wrap this up, because as I said, the calculator side, you can play around with this. But just before we leave, just keep the 2,000, change this for 2 years and see how it compounds.
Okay.
Everything else remains the same.
Everything remains the same. So 2 years is 34,000.
And then in 3 years, go back
Right.
and do 3 years.
And so that, again, this is just giving you an example of how compound interest works. This is for 3 years if you were to leave it there. And remember, you don't have to tell anyone about this. This is just your money that's being invested, and every Friday you reinvest it. It's $147,000 in
Okay.
3 years.
I'm just gonna share with you my last thing. This is my
Wait,
own
hold on,
personal-
before you switch from here,
Sure.
can you, we had a question, can we see what it looks like if you just start with the $500?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
$500, 500, and this,
7
oh,
months.
sorry.
7
In
months.
7 months, take that out. And folks, this is all US dollars, right? So today, $500, I think is $643 or something like that. And they will be taking out $25 every month, and we roll that up. In 7 months, you will have $916. So your money basically,
Yeah, you would
just
have
about,
made $590.
you would have made $591. All right, that's a $500 investment.
500 in a year, put it in
Yeah.
18 months, 1 year and 6 months.
Okay, 1 year and 6 months, that's 18 months. And this is what it would look like. You will have $2,969
On
Right.
500.
on $500.
Yes, but I just wanted to close off with what I do every night before I go to bed. I put in 25,000 because that's what we're working on. 25,000.
Okay.
Our mortgage becomes due in 2 years and 6 months.
Okay, 2 years and 6 months.
I won't be doing the withdrawal of $25.
That's out. I calculate.
And I want to add 100 every month.
Every month you put in $100.
Right. And this is our personal goal.
You do that to the end of the month.
Yes.
Okay.
And
So-
that is what excites us about Novatech. And so I want to thank you for listening. If you have any questions, we can put our phone numbers, you can call, and then we'll share links afterwards.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
can also contact Faro directly as well. So thank you, folks.
Yeah, but Sue has a question before we hand it over.
Okay. Sure.
And if anybody else has questions, please raise your hand and then we'll call on you next.
Okay, I'm just curious. So, if I'm interested in starting with $500, what is the next step?
Okay.
How do I get started?
There are two ways you can do it. Do you have?
Just a minute, can I answer this?
Yeah,
I'm gonna make it easy because you're going to need to know how to convert your cash, your fiat currency into crypto that you're going to use to join Novatech. And that's what Matthew is going to show us how to do. Matthew is a part of the team because most people have the most difficult thing for them to do is to learn the process. How do you get fiat into crypto? How do you fund the account? So Matthew is going to be a part of the team and he's going to be showing us how to do that. Once you do that, it's done. You get a link. You will get a link that we will send from Faro. You go into the Novatech. We help you if you need. You go into the Novatech and you open the account. You have a password and an email, and
Yes.
that's about it,
that's
right?
all. That's all you need to
And
do.
from that day, you can set, once you're in Novatech, there's a button you can press to automate it, that you don't even have to go in and check every week. They will automatically compound it for you if that's what you wish.
Right, and send you
And
an email.
that's
And
what
send you an email.
happens.
Yeah. So we'll let Matthew take it over from here. He'll be able to.
Not yet. We have more questions.
Oh,
All right, so
okay.
and for those who do have some experience in crypto, I've already put the link in the chat
Yeah.
for everybody to see. So if ever you guys like, you have some basic info and you want to click and see how that works, you're welcome to do so. I put the link in the chat. Brother Walker, you could go ahead. And thank you, Sue. Great question.
You kind of answered it, but it's just because if I want to change my plan, is there a mandate to reinvest or is it automatic, which you said they can do? But are you able to set up your account, like say from your bank account to directly deposit a certain amount? Like you had mentioned, your plan is on the board, and you mentioned also attributing $100 to it every month. Is that something you could just set? Once you've established the crypto side, are you able to just set that with your direct deposit with your bank, essentially?
No, because all funds are sent to Novatech via crypto. That's the only way you can fund your account. So the banks are not set up for that. So you would have whichever wallet or exchange you're using, and Matthew will be able to tell us about that. You would have to set it up from there. You buy the crypto from there and you send it to Novatech.
All right, so it's a manual process.
Yes.
And you talked about principal account and bonus account very, very briefly, suggesting that the bonus account would be where you're taking the compound from. So how does that look like for a newbie? I'm trying to figure out, like, if I'm open.
Okay, the bonus account is what you earn every Saturday, right? Then let's say you had joined the affiliate program and you're telling people about it. Every Saturday, the company pays you a bonus, not a commission. They pay you a bonus. And then you have the ROI, which is your return on investment on your principal account.
Oh.
So if you're not interested in the affiliate arm of it and you're not telling anyone, you just have one account basically,
okay,
which is your principal account, and then you get an ROI every Friday on that.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying that.
Right.
That was a good question. I
Right.
think I needed some
Right.
clarification.
And then on Saturday, if you were telling people and they joined up, you go back to your back office and you will see the balance will show, your bonus rather will show a different amount that you earned on that Saturday. So you get paid twice, Friday and Saturdays.
Now, folks, we don't like to talk about personal accounts, but I'm going to share personally because this is a private group and I feel comfortable sharing. For example, my own account, I have not registered, I have not invited anybody. Anyone that we have as affiliates, we put them on the Frederick's account. He started with $500 in February.
Yeah.
And your account has now grown. We've told about 12, 13 people.
Yeah, my
Who
account is
started
now,
with very
yeah.
small amounts.
As of yesterday, my account was 8,000 and something, I don't remember.
Right.
8,000 change.
My initial investment was 500. I deposited more, and now I'm just over 10,000. Right. And yesterday with the 3%, I actually earned $327. I think it was.
Yeah.
300 and some. So this thing works.
It works.
It really does. And that's not to
Entice.
entice, but we just wanted you to know that it's real.
It's real.
Okay, and we have withdrawn. I have not personally withdrawn, but we have accounts that we help friends to manage
Yeah.
who have zero time, and they have withdrawn, and it works. Any other questions?
Thank you very much for that.
Okay, you're welcome.
Amazing. So thank you. And thank you guys. Great question and great, Sue. Glad to hear you're going to be letting people know about the opportunity as well. I think it's going to be great for the community. All right. So with no further ado, I want to open up cede the floor to Matthew. And Matthew, do you need to share screen? Do you have access? You should.
Yeah, let me see. Stop one.
Perfect. Alrighty.
See it?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, hi, my name is Matthew. I
Oh,
am
sorry, Matthew. Again, sorry for cutting you. And just answer that question real quick. It just came into the chat. So when we are putting the funds into the exchange, it's in US. So I think at the time I had put in like 700 Canadian roughly. I don't remember what the exchange was, but that was about 500 and something US. Just to answer the question, just came into the chat. All right, Matthew, floor is yours.
okay. So hi, my name is Matthew. I am a crypto mentor as well as a crypto investor. I've been in crypto for about roughly 3 years, and I'm eager to share with you today extra safety precautions in order for you to secure your asset. Today, we will be discussing the importance of a crypto exchange as well as extra safety measures to better secure your crypto asset. So just give me 1 second. Okay. What is a crypto exchange? A crypto exchange is a platform designed for buying, selling, and trading cryptocurrencies. It allows you to purchase crypto using your bank card and to transfer your crypto asset and funds from one crypto exchange to another. You also have the option to deposit your money onto the exchange from your bank account, vice versa. All exchanges are required to ensure fair transactions between buyers and sellers by providing information about recent transaction prices and trading volumes. So why is it so important? Because in order to make a transaction, you need an exchange to choose your cryptos from. Also, whether you choose to venture out into the trading world with Novatech or individually, having a basic understanding of how an exchange functions can make your experiences less stressful when trying to navigate through an exchange or set it up via phone or laptop. From there, you'll then have the option to keep your assets stored on the exchange or to move it around or to obtain your own private ledger. So in terms of exchanges and what exchange do I recommend? For crypto, to buy crypto, I personally recommend crypto.com. I personally find it to be user-friendly. It's very easy to get around. You just have to put certain like personal information, like a face verification, an email, address, name. Once you have that, your account will be verified, and then you should be able to buy your cryptocurrency off of that exchange. But I do recommend always having like a crypto ledger, which is just an extra layer of security just for the extra crypto that you're not going to use, like the crypto that you don't plan on using that you want to hold long term. It's always better to have like a crypto ledger, and I'll explain what that is. So what's a crypto ledger? Ledger hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. Cryptocurrency users have developed alternative systems for storage. Ledger's hardware wallets are device-based, which means they use storage mechanisms, USB drives, to store private keys, thereby making it difficult for hackers to access the key from an online location. Ledger offers two types of hardware wallets. They usually offer the Ledger Nano S and the Nano X. If you do plan on getting the extra safety measure, which is the Nano X, I recommend specifically the Nano X because it's the latest version of the Nano. And when you're dealing with assets and crypto, you want to make sure you have the best levels of security possible in order to secure your portfolio. So to get onto the exchange, it's fairly easy. It just requires, like I said, a couple of personal information so that they have information and they can create the account for you. But other than that, like it's very simple. And if you need help creating the account, I'm there to help. And yeah, that's really about it. It shouldn't be a problem, but you do need the crypto exchange to put money onto your Novatech wallet. So you could download exchanges on the App Store. The App Store offers it. And as Heather explained, you could also use another private wallet, which is called Exodus. It's up to you. There's not really much of a difference. They all do the same thing. It's just they're different names. So that's it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Just in terms of, because we're going to be working closely and because folks online are really wanting to understand this, can you explain with Novatech, it's what has happened with some of the exchanges? They have become, what's the word? They have become a bit reluctant.
Yeah.
When they know your funds are going into a company like Novatech,
Yeah, they
where
block it.
they're not benefiting directly, they're just the means of exchange. Sometimes they hold the
Yeah.
funds longer, or they can decline the transaction. We have folks in Novatech, we have meetings on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Sunday nights. And then we hear from different people and they share their experiences. So we have not had that problem.
I had that
You-
with ShakePay.
with ShakePay.
Yeah, I had a situation with ShakePay where they told me I can't do anything with them anymore.
Because you're going directly to a third company.
Yeah. That they're
Right?
not benefiting.
So what Heather was suggesting is that, and Matthew, this is what I'm hoping you can help folks with, that from your TD Bank or your Canadian bank account, your fiat Canadian dollars, how to actually get that, buy the crypto, put it into your own ledger, whether it's the cold wallet or whether it's like Exodus or crypto, and then from there, use it to fund the account.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you finally make an account with the exchange, you wanna link your bank account or your Visa credit card onto the exchange so you could buy your crypto. And
Yes.
once you purchase the crypto, you could always send that crypto to a different wallet address. So Novatech, if they require wallets, they should have a wallet address where you could send your crypto from one exchange to another. It's
Yes,
like
they do. They do.
have that.
e-transfer, but for crypto, for the blockchain,
Yes,
it's
they
really
do.
simple and it's convenient as well. I use it sometimes, and it comes quick. It might not come right away, but you'll definitely get it within a couple of hours at most, and if you do have a problem, if the transaction doesn't usually go through, I'd always recommend, just wait a couple of minutes, and half an hour or whatever, and then retry, and usually that works.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, you need to just buy the crypto, make sure it's the right wallet address. And usually most of these wallet addresses, they have a QR code where if you
Yes.
scan it, you automatically get that wallet address there. So all you just have to do is send it to that address and it's in the account, and then you can start your journey with Novatech.
Could you tell us a little bit about the fees that's charged by the exchanges, like for folks who have no idea what that is?
Okay, so usually the exchanges, when you're making a transaction or purchase, they usually charge a small fee. I think it's about 2% 3% roughly. And it's only like when you first open the account, there's no fees, but it's only after a couple of transactions on your exchange, you're required to pay like a 2 or 3% fee. But it's every exchange has to pay some fees, you know, you can't really escape from it. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
what we tell people as well, if they're going to be funding Novatech with say $500,
Mm.
put a little bit more. That will
cover the
cover the
fees.
exchange because you're going from Canadian to US, and also
Yes.
to cover the whatever fees there are.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's another thing too. When you put money, when you're putting money onto an exchange, it's always good to just put a little bit extra because there will always be some small fee that you have to pay just from moving it from one
Yes.
exchange to another or one wallet address to another. So it's always good just to add. It doesn't have to be a lot more. It's just something just in case, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, and something else I want to mention with Novatech, once you're funded with your crypto, which could be Litecoin, Bitcoin,
Or
or
Ethereum.
Ethereum,
Yeah.
once that funds goes into the Novatech account, it's no longer in crypto.
Right.
So you're not worried whether Bitcoin goes up or it goes down.
Yeah.
Your money is in the US dollars. And
Yeah.
when you're ready to take your money out of Novatech, the funds, you do exactly the reverse. They refund you the money in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin, and it
Mm.
goes back to your wallets. And then
Whichever one
from
is
your wallet, back into your bank account. Could you explain that process in reverse?
Okay, yeah. So when you want to take out your money, you could take it out, but it will be converted back into crypto, whatever crypto that you choose. So I'm assuming it's most likely Bitcoin.
Yeah, I like
And if it
Bitcoin. We like.
yeah. And you can actually send it back to your wallet address. And the thing is, if you're worried about, oh, what's a wallet address or how do you know what it is? When you're on the account, everything is there in front of you. Like you see what your wallet address is. It's a whole bunch of words and letters and numbers all mixed up together. And it tells you this is what your withdrawal address, your deposit address. So you just got to look, you know, just see what it says. And once you send it over to your exchange, then you know that's the money that's in your exchange. And you have from there, you can cash out your Bitcoin. Or, as I said before, if you want to have an extra layer of security to protect your crypto because you don't want to change into fiat, you could always add it to your ledger, which is the Nano X that I recommended. And it stores all your private keys offline. So it makes it difficult for hackers or any fraudulent behavior to happen with your crypto.
Right.
And that's the
And
most important thing about crypto and stuff, is to make sure that your assets are secure.
The only thing you can do is to lose it, right?
But if you lose, yes, if you forget to write down your own information, it's possible you can lose it. But this is why it's always good to write down your information. Anything that could be forgotten is always good to write it down. You know, even if you have the best memory, it's always good to write it down so you don't make that mistake of forgetting and then you can't access your account and so forth. And that's that could be a
Yes.
problem.
One other thing, Matthew, that I want to point out, as you go through the process of either sending or receiving, there are lots of checks and balances. There are a lot of confirmation questions that are asked. Is this what you want to do? Are you sure this is what you want to do? So making a mistake is not that easy because you're prompt to answer those questions.
Yeah, you just have to be very vigilant. Just when you're dealing with crypto, especially if you're new or Novatech or whatever exchange it may be, you just always want to just proofread everything. Just make sure you know you're clicking on the right thing. You know, but everything like you said, they double, triple confirm. You
Yeah.
even have other means of security. You know, like you might have a Google Authenticator. You know,
Right.
Authenticator,
And
which
the words
is
they
just
give you.
extra level of security. You know, yeah, and then you might have even just a text message verification. So there's so many different measures of security, and it may seem confusing and annoying at first, but all you're really doing is protecting your assets and you're protecting yourself so nothing happens to your assets. And that's the most important thing, you know, it's the security.
This has been awesome. I know I had a quick question. I should look, man. Because when you guys are mentioning like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and crypto, now I'm I'm looking at time and we're going to have 20 minutes left or so. So I know we can't deep dive, but is understanding the difference between those, is that something like you could explain, Matthew, or like either now quickly, or if somebody wants more information, like to book a session with you, like is.
Oh, if you want to set up
well, one, if it just to understand the difference, like what's the difference between like a Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto, what is the difference? And like, again, I'm super basic when it comes to these digital currencies.
Okay, so basically each cryptocurrency project, like they have their own unique utility, so it can vary. Like the thing with Bitcoin is it's supposed to be the first decentralized cryptocurrency that came out. Ethereum, it's more of it's how do I explain it? It's a that's a good question. Ethereum is more like the way it functions, it has it works differently from crypto. Like Bitcoin could be used as a means of payment, but Ethereum on the other way is just for other like developers and stuff to build on their in their ecosystem.
Okay.
So a lot of projects, like if you want to build a cryptocurrency, usually people do it on the Ethereum blockchain, which is the most easy and efficient way to do it. So
okay, good. All right. So and I guess so if anybody wants to deep dive and understand even more about that, then it would be a value to connect with you, and we could, you know, have a full breakdown. I have one more quick question and I guess a comment, and then Teresa has a good question in the chat as well. Now I think there's a value in everybody understanding how digital currency works, because again, like we said at the beginning, I strongly do feel that it is almost going to be inevitable. Like there will be a point where I feel everybody will have some kind of crypto wallet or whatever. We're seeing it now. We're seeing that they're eliminating cash in certain locations, and I think it's just a matter of time until, you know, like basically people are requesting crypto to pay for things. So I think there's always a value in understanding it. But now, for those who might not be fully ready to understand, but they do want to invest, is this something where they, like for like a small fee, you could set it up for them? Like, is that something that, you know, where they could just email transfer the funds? I don't know what the possibilities are, what the options are, but I'm just asking.
Yeah, so honestly, if I could set you if you were very interested, I could set you up for a fee of just $15. I'll set you up fully. Also, I could give you a little bit of extra knowledge about certain crypto projects and just different tactics and methods that I used in my own investing experience, and they've worked for me. I've built a very large portfolio based off the methods that I use. So I offer anything to do with crypto. I can set you up. You know, I could offer tactics and methods, mentorship, research, all you need. So.
Amazing. Okay, cool. We have a Sylvia in there as well, who is able to offer a service. That's awesome. Thank you, Sylvia. And now, Teresa had a good question. So she was just asking, in the event of death or illness, like can you put a second person on your account? What's POA?
Power of attorney.
Thanks. Good.
Or similar. Okay, we see that question. Now, that's an excellent question. But just before I answer that in terms of Novatech, you know, Matthew, what you're and Pharaoh, you just mentioned about, you know, the what's going to happen with fiat currency and paying. Venezuela has already changed, and the entire country is using Bitcoin as their means of exchange, right? And what is happening right now is that most centralized governments throughout the world, look at the US and the amount they owe, they're basically bankrupt. Most centralized governments are bankrupt, and they have a fear that crypto is they're going to lose the control of the people because of crypto. Because once you have your wallet, CRA cannot go into your wallet and take your money. Nobody can have access to your account unless you give it to them. And if you die and you lose it, it's gone. If you didn't tell your kids or tell a friend, your money is gone. Nobody else can touch it. As a matter of fact, there's millions of dollars of Bitcoin that are there that will never be used because nobody knows how to access it.
That's why I'm
But-
not telling you where mine is.
Trust me, our kids have our accounts. We trust them.
Yep.
We have them here. And after listening to Matthew, I think we're definitely going to scale up and get one of the private key, the ledgers. So we'll be talking to you about doing that.
Okay.
Right.
yes.
So to the question, with Novatech, once you're withdrawing an amount over $10,000, you actually have to do what you call the KYC, where you have to show your face and they have to verify that it's you that's withdrawing the money. But if you were, and by the way, only one account per person. So they're trying not to have 10, a family doing 20 accounts and just messing up the system. So we're doing one account per family. And that's why we say family per person. So that's why when we got in, the first 3 people, and Heather said it, and Pharaoh, hopefully, everybody will do this. They'll try and work with their family first. So if in the event of death or illness, and you cannot access your account 100%, you can have a power of attorney. They would have your information, and that information can be directed to the powers that be at Novatech. Right? So that's what would happen. So your money is not lost. As long as you have given permission, that's something that can be done. So Frederick, I'm power of attorney on his account. He doesn't know it yet. We haven't set it up, but if anything happens to me, my children will get my money. If anything happens to him, his wife will get his money. Okay? Sounds like a plan.
Can't say anything about that, man.
Yeah. Awesome. So I want to, and again, thank you, Fred. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Janet, for again just creating this opportunity. Now we have about 13 minutes left or so in the.
I have a few things I can continue to mention.
Yeah, and if anybody else has questions, please now would be
any
the time to
question.
raise your hands or to put them in the chat.
Please.
One
Okay.
of the beauty with Novatech, and I'm sorry to sound so passionate, but I can't help it. If you were to join with $500, or if you were to join with $50,000, it doesn't matter. Everyone gets this exact same amount every single Friday. So, right, the percentage is exactly the same. So it's just a matter of you wait and it compounds and you'll grow. So even if you only had $500, it will take longer. To me, the sweet spot is if you can afford $5,000, that's where it would be, you'd be amazed at the growth. But if you can only do 500, that works too.
One of the things I think that creates a sense of apprehension in people's minds is when they see the numbers, like how we use the calculator, and they see the numbers,
$1 million.
$1 million in such a short space of time, because we have not been trained to think that way, right? But this is exactly what the banks are doing every single day with our money. When we lend them the money, they take it and they trade it, and they get a huge, return on the investment, and they pay you annually, not weekly, not monthly, annually, and it's less than 1% that they give you. If you put $25,000 or $2,500 in a bank account today, I guarantee you, you will not get 3% at the end of the year.
Oh, no, definitely.
And that's a whole year. It's not going to happen. You'll see fees coming out every month because, you have to pay them to take care of your account. So
And
that's why I like
some of the other questions that people ask, because we've, as we said, we've had lots of questions, and we do listen to the presentations on a weekly basis. They wonder, how is it that Novatech, what are some of the guarantees? And as I said a couple of times at least, that they never use 100% of the money they have. They actually, when they trade, that's why they don't guarantee. There is no guarantee that you're going to make 3% this week. It's whatever they make. So once they trade, whatever they make, 70% of the profits goes to pay the people in the PAM accounts, and 30% is withheld by the company to pay the profits of the affiliate program and to manage the company.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what, Matthew, perhaps you can agree with me here about if you had no trader, no matter how fantastic they are, no trader ever makes 100% of their trades, correct?
Yes,
It's not
nobody's
possible.
perfect.
It's not even computers, not even the bots that they do. Nothing makes 100% of trades. But good companies make about 70% of their trades. And if that happens, that's great. Novatech is averaging about 80 to 90% successful trades. And that's how, because if the market is volatile and is going crazy, they exit the market. And then if they have strategies, they have trades that are going well, they can extend, they can add to it, etc. So that's some of the things we know behind the scenes, why we can have such confidence.
The lowest Novatech has ever paid
Mhm.
in 1 week, and that was in May of last year. I think it was the first or second week.
That's when the company crashed.
Crypto, the market went crazy, but Novatech was still able to pay all of their investors 0.65
was
that
the
week.
lowest.
That is the lowest they've ever paid, 0.65%, right? And for them to be able to do that, it shows how conservative they are and how transparent they are when it comes to the program.
Okay.
Amazing. Good. Well, thank you for that, and thank you for those final words, and just reinforcing what it is. It is a very awesome experience. So and we don't need to stretch it out. Matthew, did you have any other final words or anything else that you wanted to add before you close up? And again, if you guys could just verbally share your contact information as well for anybody who might be watching this video after the fact and who might not have access to the chat. If you
Okay.
could share.
Yeah, you could reach either Janet or myself. My phone number is 416-460-5645. That's 416-460-5645, and that's on the WhatsApp or regular line, anytime.
And mine, although either works, but my personal is 905-231-1663. 905-231-1663.
Mm-hmm.
And we're late nighters, so it doesn't matter. You can call us anytime.
Yeah.
Late night, early days.
And
I
you
like
know,
that.
when I say we work as a team, that's no BS. Because if somebody has, let's say I wanted to put in $70,000, that's going to be a stretch. So you have people in the company like Heather that they have means to help. Okay, I want to use this program in my high school in Jamaica, who's badly in need of funds as a fundraiser. And there is somebody who's doing this effectively in Haiti.
Yeah.
And he has agreed that he's going to help us to see how we can set that up. So it doesn't matter what your goals are. If you're trying to do $100, the reason we say don't do 100, because by the time they take the $25 out, the second month, it's going to take you longer. So start with 500, but make a decision. You investigate and you say yes, or you say no.
Yeah.
And then let's work together.
And we're treating this like a bank. So every month we're putting money into it. Rather than putting it into the bank, I put it into Novatech. So you can do that.
Or partner, partner is a fantastic thing. I know that's how my mom sent us to school, or in the Caribbean, they call it box or susu or whatever. The thing with that is it works, but what do? You do not get the return on it. You do not get compound interest, right? So as Heather says, share, care, and compound. And Farah, again, I want to just say thank you.
Thank you.
Matthew, thank you for bringing clarity to crypto, and thanks to everyone who has been on this presentation and for the questions.
Yeah, man, we do have one more question from Brother Walker, and then I would like Matthew to also close up. So yeah, Stephen, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Firstly, I just want to say thank you for this information. It's been very edifying, but I noticed, I know we attached a $sign to helping people set up their accounts. I was wondering if the OFC would be open to somehow finding a way to set up a crypto registration seminar. So this way it'll keep it streamlined for whoever's there, whoever's instructing. They just streamline it, and then especially if you're looking for people who want to look at affiliates and get that bonus account, they will, have like something that they could like fall back on directly, you know what I mean? Or at least so it'll be consistent across the board. So I was wondering if the officer would be open to trying something like that.
Very good idea.
That's a great idea. So that's something we could also put out to the members of the community and members of the OFC, for those who are interested, and we'll coordinate with Matthew and Janet, and basically set up a session where we could share screen and teach everybody how to go through the process step by step type of thing. I think that would be a huge value and advantage to everybody. So thank you.
And when it comes to the affiliate, we have not touched on that because that wasn't the venue today.
Exactly
But
right.
there is a succinct, there's a presentation and that we can do as well. And if you actually, we're going to put NT info, we'll put a couple of
Oh, yeah.
session, a couple of sites. And if you click on those on a Tuesday, Thursday, so any day during the week, actually, these guys have been doing the presentations. And honestly, that's where we go. We send people to those presentations for the affiliate program. All right.
Amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. And Matthew, do you want to leave us with any final words as we're closing out?
Yeah, so it may seem difficult at first, but once you get the hang of it, once you start to understand things more as you go, you start to realize, okay, it's not as hard as it seems, but I just want to let everybody know, that, Novatech, crypto and stuff, it is the future. It is where there's a lot of gains that can be made. And, it's great that you guys took the opportunity to come on the Zoom and learn more about how things work, So I just wanted to say, thank you for being here. And, if you want to contact me as well, my number is 514-574-2775. So, yeah.
Amazing. And again, guys, I want to thank you all. As usual, I thank life. I thank God, our creator, and our ancestors for creating this opportunity for us to be able to get together today and to be educated. And with that, guys, I want to wish you all an amazing rest of your weekend. Looking forward to connecting. You guys have all the contact information. Reach out, ask questions. We are here at your service and glad to continue to build with you all as the OFC community. So Hotep, amen, Ashe, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Have a good one, folks.
Yeah. Right.